So already over here, we were just in downtown Tijuana, and we can already feel the difference in temperature. We're closer to the beach. I think that's why. It's breezy, and it's cooler.
There's some nice landmarks here. For example, you could see the lighthouse. It's a working lighthouse. So in the evenings, you'll see the lighthouse in operation. There's other really neat things to see here. I'll kind of point out as we get towards the end there. Like a piece of the Berlin Wall that was donated to Mexico. And just some other interesting landmarks that you'll see the wall going into the ocean, the only border wall in the whole world that goes into any ocean. This is the beginning of the border wall. There's some Mexican churros here, filled in custard, cherry, chocolate.
Nice.
Just a place to take care of a sweet tooth.
Yes.
Here's an interesting thing about pineapples here in Mexico. Here, Mexicans here locally, they don't know an American pineapple. They don't know what that is. American pineapples are acidic, citrusy, right? Grown in Hawaii. Here in Mexico, they're grown here in Mexico. They're honey pineapples.
Wow.
So you don't have the acidic that some can't eat because it's so citrusy.
Wow.
And and they're called piña miel, so honey pineapple.
They're just saying 2 for 1. You get chilaquiles for 99 pesos.
That's a good restaurant. That is a killer restaurant.
Mm.
I was there a few days ago.
Oh.
Just the food is amazing, and it's relatively cheap. You can eat there for $6.
Yeah.
So one of the common questions that I'm asked is, can't just people swim around the wall and you're free? Well, it's not quite so easy. U.S. government spends billions of dollars on border patrol. And so they have cameras up on top, lasers, and there's customs on top of the hill, always looking down 24/7.
Wow.
So that and a few have tried to swim across.
Yeah.
Actually, many have.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, 3 tried to swim across. One of them drowned, didn't make it. So they were Cubans, thinking that if you swam, once you touch U.S. soil, you're free.
Yeah.
But you have to go through the legal way. You can't quite.
Right.
But
So that's incredible. That's the wall.
So if you swim across and you make it safely, they're not drowning, they'll just send you back around?
no. So what they do is they'll fingerprint you, mugshot you. Basically, you lost your right to cross legally. Yeah, if they catch you, you can't. Yeah. So that's basically it, where they keep track of who you are. That piece of the wall, that was just built. It's relatively new. It's probably 5 months old. Yeah, they rebuilt the U.S. side. Americans rebuilt that wall right there.
So what was it before that?
Well, I mean, there was a wall there, but it was eaten up by the sea salt, the air here on the beach. And not only that, but they put that top layer on top of the wall because when Trump was in office, I was here. So I remember doing a tour one time. A lot of the locals, they would sit on top of the wall and taunt the American customs.
Oh, wow.
So the U.S. retaliated by putting razor wire on top of the wall.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Eventually they rebuilt it and they put that piece on top where you can't. There's nothing to grab onto.
It's interesting that they bothered to rebuild this wall, considering they're letting illegals into the United States without any papers at all now. I mean, they've been doing it for months.
Yeah.
So I'm shocked that they bothered. Maybe they just had some extra money lying around.
Yeah, I don't know politics here. But yeah, the U.S. spends billions of dollars on border patrol every year. And it's funny because a lot of what they say, what they're trying to achieve, illegals crossing into the U.S. Here in this area, they've found in Tijuana area over 200 tunnels underground that they've found that lead onto the U.S. side, a warehouse, things like that. But they found over 200 so far.
Wow.
So a lot of the drugs and sometimes the illegals, they run through those tunnels. It's not jumping the wall. Or, those are just a few that.
I've seen on Instagram, I don't, sometimes things are photoshopped, but I've seen actual seesaws on the Mexican side and the U.S. side at the beach.
Oh yeah, good question. So they have a park here on the Mexico side. There's a park on the Mexico side, and there's one on the U.S. side, and it's called Friendship Park. So up until about 11, 12 years ago, they used to let the Americans embrace loved ones that lived here in Mexico that couldn't cross the border. But they stopped that about 11, 12, 13 years ago, somewhere around there, because of obvious reasons.
But
And people passing things over to, yeah. And so what they did was they built a park, Friendship Park, one on the Mexican side and one on the U.S. side.
okay.
And so you're supposed to wave at your family members, but it's kind of ironic because there's a wall dividing you. And so.
Let's go check this out. Wow. What does patria mean? Here starts the patriot?
Oh yeah, la patria. So here starts the patriotism.
Okay.
Yeah. And so here locally in Playas de Tijuana, we have a community of Amish here locally, which I'm pretty sure we see that throughout all Mexico, but there's one here locally also. So you'll see them walking around, shopping, and you'll see them on the beach also. The women with their long dresses. Yeah, I didn't even see him.
That could not have worked out better.
That was totally innocent. I did not even see.
Why do you think they come over here? We haven't seen that in any other parts of Mexico. The Amish.
There's a big compound here locally where they live at.
Oh, okay.
But why here? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know I've talked to some of them. A lot of them come from Pennsylvania, from the East Coast.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Move here.
Well, it is great weather.
Yeah.
There's a piece of the Berlin Wall. A piece of the Berlin Wall that was donated to Mexico from Falling Walls Foundation.
Wow.
It's pretty recent, within the last 6 months.
Nice.
And it's a reminder to Mexico that, who knows, possibly one day the wall here will fall also.
Aw, that's nice.
So this is Friendship Park right here, this area here. And if you look across the wall, you'll see Friendship Park on the U.S. You see the awnings and tables also on the U.S. side. So you can see the little awnings. There's park benches and
Yeah.
so all this wall here is the brand new piece of the wall.
Sí, le pido a Robert si traduce.
Sí, está bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Speaking Spanish, the other guy's translating.
A pesar de estar separados de los muros, aquí estamos.
Pray that your spirit would unite us as one here, wherever we are.
Oramos en tu espíritu para que tú, Señor, nos hagas uno, donde quiera que
Speak is so beautiful.
Pray that we would be blessed and that your name would be glorified.
estés bendecido.
Oh.
Because a lot of Russians come here.
Uh-huh.
It's a very popular hangout for them, yeah.
Oh, they got the fancy drinks with the umbrellas. I wish we had time. I would go to the beach here. Is this beach safe to swim in?
Personally, I wouldn't swim in it.
There's no one in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that for a reason. Yeah.
Is it-
So there's they've had problems here. There's a sewage plant down Tijuana, and they've had problems with it, with runoff here. So yeah, it's not really recommended. I did want to point out that lime green building in the corner. It's undocumented cafe. So that's a popular hangout for Americans that were born here in Mexico, but raised in the U.S., educated in the U.S. They've served the U.S. military, and they've gotten into trouble. They've been deported, and so they hang out right there at that cafe. You can see them on YouTube here protesting in full U.S. military garb with American flags because they got deported, you know. So that's the story behind Undocumented Cafe. The further south you go, the better. You're okay. It's just because of the sewage plant here.
Oh, yeah, see the water's brown.
So on the Mexico side, you'll see 4 different islands here in Baja.
Okay.
The big one is also Coronado Island,
Wow.
like the U.S. military. It's
Yeah.
called Mexican Coronado Island. The one in the middle, the little one's called Sugar Island because it's white. So 4 different islands there. The big one, if you Google it, it says it's a wildlife sanctuary. Personally, I think it's something else.
Okay.
It's all lit up at nighttime. So that's what they say. Yeah, it's super rare. You can see a jet skier over on the Mexican side there. Usually they don't like you to get too close to the wall over here. They'll come down. The U.S. will send a Navy
Wow.
vessel. Yeah.
Even if you're on the Mexican side.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they don't want to get too close to that wall. That's the
Wow.
barrier there, yeah.
Wow, so not even to get close to the wall. Wow. Watch your step.
So it's kind of funny because you can see how lively it is here at the beach, here on the Mexico side. But if you look across the wall, there's no one there. In the summertime, you'll see Americans come up to the wall. They only let them come up about 20 feet to the wall.
Oh,
But
yeah,
they wave to the locals, etc. Yeah. But here on the Mexican side, you know, you could pay for a live band. They'll play music. They'll braid your hair. They'll give you a massage. They'll bring you a pina colada or a margarita here on the beach. So it's pretty lively here on the Mexico side.
Nice.
And you know, the Amish too, they feel comfortable here. They pretty much are, they leave them alone, the locals, but you know, they're not looked down on or anything like that.
Just like in any big city, guys, make sure that if you're visiting here, and again, like in any major city, just make sure you keep an eye on your stuff. Something that you might want to do if you have a backpack, wear it in your front. The reason why I bring this up is because I just had someone open my backpack and try to take my stuff out of it, maybe about 5 minutes ago. And so you want to be aware of what's going on at all times, no matter where you are. Just because you have a majority of nice people doesn't mean that everybody's going to play nice. So just keep that in mind.
And a big mistake that many times Americans make when they cross the border, because I've seen them, they have their passport right here in their shirt pocket. You don't want to do that. You're asking for me to steal your passport.
Oh, yeah.
Or a telephone, they'll put a cell phone on their shirt pocket.
Right.
And sometimes the bad element, they'll grab the phone or whatever article and they'll run with it, you know. That island, the big island Coronado, doesn't look like it, but it's 8 miles away from here. But looking at it, it looks like it's 20 miles or something.
It looks
but
so far away.
It does, yeah, but it's only 8 miles, yeah.
You can see someone out there. So what day during the week would you say is the like quietest time at the beach, like less people?
Probably Monday,
Okay.
tomorrow. Monday's
Okay.
quiet. Monday, Tuesday,
Okay.
early on during the week.
Okay.
So you'll see many hearts all the way down the boardwalk. The hearts symbolize love, obviously, and love conquers all. So Mexico's big on that. Try to show love if you can.
That's nice. Buen dia. Buen dia.
The shrimp kebab.
Wow.
Why do you think these houses are falling apart up here? Like, do you think they would have them kept in better shape?
You know, that's a very good question. So in the 70s, there was a tsunami here,
Oh.
and it wiped out the whole side here. So this is
Wow.
all within the 70s.
Wow.
But, you know, this is high tourism area. I'm surprised that they don't invest, you know, and
Yeah.
kind of spiffing it up a little bit.
Right.
But a lot of it's politics. They just don't want to put the money into it. Because one time, Mexico used to be the world's biggest silver producing country in the world.
Uh-huh.
At one time. Not anymore, but,
Oh, okay.
you know. So every Sunday they have shows here, bands, salsa. They have a little clown show for the kiddies right now.
Les voy a presentar a una artista. Ella viene directamente desde la hermana República de Colombia. Ella es nada más y nada menos que Shakira Guadalupe. Ella se presenta así.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Cam. You wanna go for a ride? Sure,
Oh, they're gonna have the kids dance probably.
That's so
Oh yeah, they are. See here?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.